But with Halloween this year, I know Biggie and I are both huge fans of the show Stranger Things, and this season was outstanding. This was season 4, and there's a scene in it.
How close are we to the end of this program?
One more season. One more season.
That's for sure?
Yeah, it's clocked. They've said that. And this season, you agree? I think it's the best.
Absolutely. Besides season 1, I think it's the best season.
Very strong. And there's one scene in particular that I think is the scene.
It gives you chills.
And Biggie has real thoughts on something that's happened here. There's a girl in the show named Max, the character, and she's in the Upside Down, so she's battling against the evil villain down there. And when he's ready to take you and kill you, take your soul, your body on Earth levitates, probably, 25 feet above the ground?
At least.
And she's out in front of a grave, levitating.
All right.
And the only thing to save her...
Zoinks!
Okay. That's a 100% wind-up. That is a 100% wind-up.
There's no reason to come at that.
I know.
Story.
That's
Not
exactly
yet.
right.
Mm-hmm. What? That's just an honest reaction to a floating girl in a cemetery.
It's all right. Who's going to save her, Kelly?
The only thing that saved her. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. I'm sorry. Running Up That Hill by Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush is the only thing that saved her because she liked that song so much.
Bring her down?
That brings her down.
Oh.
That and her friends are yelling at her,
Yeah.
we love you, Max.
Don't run up that hill, Max.
No, she had to run up that hill because
she did.
She was being chased in the Upside Down up a hill. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
But anyway.
You had to be there.
Yeah. But,
No, you know what?
did you hear that wind up?
I did.
That's a wind up and a half. If you don't know the history of this, Chris Demm thinks Stranger Things is a ripoff of Scooby-Doo, which could not be further from the truth. They're just a group of meddlesome teens that go everywhere and solve mysteries.
Yeah, but there's a sheriff. There's a Mr. Crowley.
There's all of that. There's all of that.
There's a mystery machine.
They're winding you up.
They're winding
There's
you
a
up.
dog.
And there's no way to get them back.
No, of
No,
course
unless
not.
you went to like a wine taste and said, I'll taste the same to me. Like Chris Demm's paying hundreds of dollars at a wine tasting.
But
You're just,
even
"No, it
then,
tastes
I'd be
same."
the
Yeah.
Luddite. I'd be the guy who can't tell
Yeah,
the
that's
difference.
true,
You know,
yeah.
I'm the loser there. They didn't add a dog till season 4, Dave. So
Okay,
it's a
so
total.
there.
That's
You're
right. Okay, so there is a Halloween display in Illinois, and everybody for a couple of days has just been marveling at it because they've made it a Stranger Things themed Halloween display in a yard, and the Max character looks just like her, is levitating over the yard.
I've seen this.
Unbelievable. And nobody can figure it out because you can't see the wires. However he did it, it just looks like she is floating over the yard. So it went viral and everything. Well, now, one of the neighbors complained, too much traffic coming through, too many people coming to see it. And so they're trying to work it out. Right now, it's been taken down. They took down that display, which is really too bad.
Yeah.
It was an absolutely, and I don't even get into that kind of stuff, when they make the house go crazy.
It's creepy looking.
It's amazing. Like, it really is. And this is the guy who put it up and some other neighbors talking about it.
Everyone seemed okay with it until they weren't.
We saw it on TikTok. We just thought it was so cool that you couldn't see any wires or anything.
It's upsetting to be told we support you, we're behind you, we understand why you're doing this, and to have that blow up in your faces.
As a woman who created it. But they, the neighbors, she checked with them and said, can we do this? Do you mind? And all the neighbors like, oh no, that'll be fun. But once people came to see it and it went viral, one neighbor has complained, and I don't believe that person has come forward yet. And so therefore,
Everybody knows who it is.
Yeah. Everybody knows.
I'm sure the whole
everybody
neighborhood knows, right?
Of course.
Well, is it like a cul-de-sac? Is it a suburb?
I don't know, but I mean, I've seen it everywhere, so I'm sure it's getting tons of traffic.
But this happens every year at Christmas. People put up these monster displays. I don't know how they make nice with their neighbors because they have to deal with that for a month.
But if it's a city street, you can do what you want, can't you? I mean, if you live on a city street and you decorate your house.
You can't. I mean, what are the rules? You can't cause a disturbance or a hazard, right?
Well, now, did they
traffic.
cause a disturbance by putting up a Halloween display? Is that considered because it's other people
It
taking it
didn't
upon
intend to, but people, I don't know. That's something for our attorney.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, that's where I was. At first, I was outraged.
That they were taking it down.
Yes, I was like, this is fun. This is Halloween. But then I thought, if I'm one of the neighbors
Yeah.
and I'm coming home at night and it takes me an extra 30 minutes to get to my own house because I'm in a line of traffic of people TikToking and taking pictures with this thing, I'm going to be livid.
You heard my theory. I'm not sure if Dave has heard my theory, but I think that Kelly and Biggie's stance on this is pro-display because they like the show so much.
No question. If this was Game of Thrones, which I didn't watch, I'd be like,
if it was a dragon floating up there, you'd say cut it down.
I wouldn't care. I'd just say cut it down. The show is awesome, and the display is amazing. And I say I'm all for keeping it up.
If your next door neighbor had, covered his house in lights, and you couldn't get into your driveway or had to delay getting in your driveway, you'd hate it.
I would. Yeah, that's fair. We have a neighborhood here that every year puts up those Christmas balls, and it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger throughout the years. Now they do like a 5K through it, which thousands of people run through.
Yeah,
it's enormous.
Do you think most everybody on that street gets into it? I mean, they put up the balls and everything, and people drive
there's
through
always,
it.
if you go through there, and we do, it's one of our Christmas traditions too, but there's usually like one or two streets on every block, or one or two houses on every block, pitch black.
Yeah,
I'd be me.
I don't know if they go to Florida or the Bahamas for the month of
or they're
December.
Satanists.
I wouldn't take the time to, because that's intricate. You hang those balls up in these huge trees.
Oh yeah, it's
and
beautiful.
like this was an amazing Halloween display. But does anybody complain in that neighborhood? Do you know the people driving?
I'm sure they do. I don't know if that's if you're moving into there for the first time or moving in from out of state or out of the area. You don't know.
Yeah,
somebody should hip you to it.
Yeah, because 95% of people in that neighborhood get into it.
The weekends before Christmas, the weekend nights,
huge.
It's bumper to bumper.
It's a free light display. You go through and see it.
Started for charity.
Trucker Dave, you're talking about the Halloween display. Go ahead.
Hey guys, P1 here. Love you guys. Hey, yeah, about 20 years ago, I was going through a neighborhood to look at this famous display, Christmas display or whatnot, with my wife and my two kids, and they're like 10, 8 years old or whatever. So we're in line heading towards the display, and a car coming the opposite way stops by the car, rolls down his window, and I look at him. He goes, "Hey, how you doing?" He says, "Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, isn't it nice? Isn't it beautiful to have something like that around here?" I said, "Yeah, the kids love it, blah, 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 blah." And the guy goes, "Well, I think it's BS," and he drives away.
Oh, what a killjoy.
Humbug.
Yeah, he's Scrooge.
Just killed the joy on that. I'm so bad about this because if it's something I like Stranger Things, I'll support it. If it's something I don't, I'd be just like him.
Yeah. Burn it down all over the ground.
What do I care? Exactly. Trucker Dave, thank you very much. Funny story. Jody, you're talking about this Halloween display now that is on display in Illinois, but the neighbors have complained because so many cars are coming by. Go ahead, Jody.
I think they need to get over it. There's so many bad things going on right now in the world, in our country, things people have to deal with every day, right and left. And if you can't handle a few weeks, a month even, for people to come by and enjoy something that's fun, that kids love, you really need to get over it.
I love it. I love that. That's exactly what I think. You know what? She speaks for me. I've said all I need to say. That's exactly right. Get over yourself. Get over yourself.
I'd be honking and you'd be mad.
Yeah, you'd be honking. You'd be honking the loudest, Kelly.
I'm late for pickleball.
Yeah.
Get away, you Sunday drivers.
If you were that person's neighbor, I want her to pull up in your driveway. I think with everything going on in the world right now, get off my property now.
Well, remember the great Orson Welles at the end of his War of the Worlds broadcast? What was it, in the 1930s?
Right.
The radio broadcast that changed radio.
Right.
He said, "It's Halloween. There was no floating girl. It's Halloween.
It's Halloween." Some fun.
Not for everybody.
In the dark times that we live in this world where we're all so divided, this country, Jody speaks for me. Get over yourself. Enjoy it for a few weeks. Deal with the traffic and get over yourself.
It's a great bit. I don't know why they can't do it somewhere else, on a street somewhere that's more heavily traveled, or at a. I've never seen that done before. Have you?
No, I don't know how.
A haunted house.
I don't know how they did it. No, I have no idea. But I don't know. I mean, where would let you do it? If you wanted to do that on a street like a highway or a busy street, I don't think the city would let you do it.
I think there are rules about that too.
I do too.
There are rules about like electronic billboards.
But do it at a haunted house, one of these professional haunted houses. They'd love something like
that'd
that,
be
wouldn't
cool.
they?
That'd be cool. And then they're already getting
People would go see that. That's a moneymaker.
and traffic out there anyway. Yeah, people are out there seeing.
Was
Maybe
she standing there with her arms?
it's amazing. That's exactly what it looks like on the show. I mean, it is exact. It is really, really well done.
Cut her down.
Sure did. They cut
Sheriff's
her
here.
down. They cut. Oh man, they cut her down. Yeah, it's too bad. By the way, you just talked about pickleball.
Yeah,
Biggie said.
that was me.
Yeah, Chris Demm said. Well, did I tell you yesterday that the place I play so often, one of the fences blew down?
Well, you showed me the photograph after the hurricane.
Yeah. And now the city shut it down, so it's too dangerous to play out there. And I said, let's get the city out there to fix it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Can somebody get behind that effort, to get them out there to fix it?
Wait, don't you know an official now or something?
Yeah.
You know a councilman.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the councilman and say, fix the fence at the park so I can play pickleball. Now, I realize there's other stuff going on.
Fix it in the spring.
I understand that there's other stuff going on, but that'd be nice.
With everything going on in the world today, don't you think it's nice to have a little something like pickleball
Yeah, it's
bringing us together?
Exactly.